Good evening to Friday edition of Sports Night. I'm Anne-Marie Burke. There was plenty of fireworks on court last night during the semi-finals of the Touch of Class Women's Road Tennis Tournament at the Dighton Parroch facility in Bush Hall. In the juniors, Kodesh Weeks defeated Adriana Johnson-Leacock at 21-12, 21-19, while Solange Holford got past Abila Clark at 21-10, 21-12. In the novice section, Maria Cumberbatch stopped Sade Clark at 15 and 14, while Julie Howard went 3 games to dismiss Tanya Watts at 21-9, 14-21, 21-10. The B-class semis was equally as competitive as Asabi Downey defeated Miranda Manning at 11 and 12. CBC's Damien Best takes a look at the other B-class matchups and the A-class as well.
This is the B-class semi-final between Tamisha Flats and Samantha Rogers in the far court. Flats won the first game 21-16. Rogers missing her mark on the return. In the second game, Rogers made the necessary adjustments and had a healthy lead, 12-4. Well, she would indeed level the contest at 1 apiece, 21-16 in the second. Well, this was game point, friendly hop off the net, Rogers producing the winner. In the third now, who wants that trip to the finals? Nice rally. Flats caught on her heels at the turn as the players switch sides. This one locked at 10-all. Nobody willing to give an inch. Rogers stretching, then going cross court for the winner. But Flats never let Rogers get too far. Down 15-17. Rogers with the error. And once Flats drew level, it was game on. At 20-17 now, Flats one away from the finals. But Flats panicked at the wrong time and was back-to-back points for Rogers to make it 19-20. However, you must give it up to Flats. She would pull through in the end to seal the victory, 21-16, 16-21, 21-19 over Rogers. On to the A-class semi-finals now. Abigail Haynes closest to the screen versus Rachel Smith. Smith with a dart to open her count. Haynes showed she too can pack a punch. Off one leg, menacing. Down 12-15, Smith finding the avenues to earn the points, getting back on level terms. But Haynes was in excellent nick, moving the ball with ease. Smith, on the other hand, sent gentle reminders that it wasn't going to be smooth sailing, textbook style. Haynes, well, she would wrap up the first game after the scores were locked at 18, returning everything during this rally. Then the stamp of approval here at game point. Smith with the error, 21-18 to Haynes. In the second, Haynes in the medicine cabinet delivers the injection. Then went into the goodie bag for the forearm drive. Smith down on confidence, needing a little pick-me-up, catches the angle. However, Haynes will put this one away in 2 straight, 21-18, 21-12. The second semi-final, Kim Holder versus Sheldon Waldron in the far court. Holder, smash and point. These two, no strangers at all. Waldron no longer living in the shadows of the world number 1. Up 11-9, Waldron found the middle of the racket on numerous occasions. At 18-12, Waldron perhaps focus on the second game. Holder clawing her way back to reach 17. And this was particularly exquisite, hugging the line for the point. However, Waldron would eventually draw first blood, 21-17, error from Holder. The second game started almost like the first. Holder through extra cover, 3-love. Next point, Waldron, cool, calm, and deadly. The silencer, nobody move, nobody gets hurt. Then Holder offers a gift, and Sheldon says, thank you so much. Holder, clearly not herself, way off target on the return. Long story short, Waldron put in a comprehensive performance to earn the 2 straight victory, 21-17, 21-18 over Kim Holder. Damien Best, CBC Sports.
Indian selectors have named a strong squad for their upcoming tour of the Caribbean. India will take on the West Indies in 5 one-day internationals and 1 T20 starting on June the 23rd. The experienced Virat Kohli will captain the side, which also includes MS Dhoni and Yuvraj Singh. For the 2 one-days in Antigua, 2 in Trinidad, 2 in Jamaica, and the lone T20 also in Jamaica at Sabina Park. Also making the trip is youngster Rishabh Pant and 22-year-old Kuldeep Yadav. India last toured the West Indies this same time last year when they played 4 tests where India won 2 and the remaining 2 were drawn. The 2 sides also squared off in a T20 international in Florida, the USA, where the Windies won a thriller by just 1 run after notching up 245 in 20 overs. So that full Indian team is Virat Kohli as captain, Shikhar Dhawan, Rishabh Pant, Ajinkya Rahane, MS Dhoni, Yuvraj Singh, Kedar Jadhav, Hardik Pandya, Ravichandran Ashwin, Ravindra Jadeja, Mohammad Shami, Umesh Yadav, Bhuvi Kumar, Kuldeep Yadav, and Dinesh Karthik. It will be the girls from Husbands, Queen's College, take on the girls from Churchill Christchurch Foundation in the final of the Barbados Secondary Schools Under-13 Netball League competition. In the semis played yesterday at the Netball Stadium in Waterford, QC booked their place by demolishing Courage and Parry at 19-3. For QC, goal shooter Rihanna Gill led the way. She had a perfect 12 goals from 12 attempts, while attack Liana Leacock made 7 from 9. For CP, Shamika Watson made 2 from 3, while Rochelle Williams had 1 from 7. Meanwhile, Foundation were also into the finals as they defeated the Law School at 13-6. Goal shooter Serena Edwards led the way for Foundation. She had 12 from 17, and goal attack Larissa Gill scored 1 from 1. While for the Law School, Mary Greenish had 5 from 8, and Desaline Callender 1 from 5. Now here's a look at both of those games. With a 14-1 halftime lead, you can rest assured the girls from Queen's College were heading to the finals. They really outplayed the Courage and Parry team, and in the circle, goal shooter Rihanna Gill led the charge. What I admired most was their passing skills. They were getting free, and Gill maneuvered the circle like a pro. She had a 100% shooting average at 12 from 12 attempts. CP would only muster 2 goals in this second half. This was one of them. Goal attack Rochelle Williams takes aim, but it equates to a pass to shooter Shamika Watson, who nets it. But it was all the girls from Husbands who are now in with a chance at claiming the Under-13 title as they ran away with this semi-final at 19-3 over Courage and Parry. And they're set to face the girls from Christchurch Foundation, who dominated their semi-final with the Lodge School. Foundation had a 6-2 halftime lead and they never relinquished it. I will say Lodge put in a fight though and had some shining moments. The shooters Mary Greenidge and Desaline Callender working as a team. But the girls from Churchill were unstoppable, winning at 13-6 to meet QC in the Under-13 Schools Netball Final. We'll take a break, but coming up, preparations in full swing for Wheels and Heels tomorrow at LESC.
As the West Indies and Afghanistan series comes to an end, Massey United Insurance's Line and Length brings you an in-depth interview with the president of Cricket West Indies, Dave Cameron. He gives us exclusive details about the Darren Bravo affair, the strategic way forward for regional cricket, and his personal view of Windies World Cup qualification possibilities. Also see Dr. Ernest Hilaire, former CEO of the West Indies Cricket Board. All this Sunday on Massey United Insurance's Line and Length on CBC TV 8 at 7:35 p.m.
What's your rhythm?
94.7 FM, the rhythm of life.
Wayne talked about it would be like a retrograde step if you went into Bashman. You know what? I'm saying no to that.
I think that was necessary.
I don't set up the time to make money. But if you have a good season, you will end up with a couple dollars.
Let's face reality. If you release songs in this year,
right,
the way we are in Barbados, they're not going to play next year, you know.
You mean if you release it this week, you don't hear it next week? Because it's done and gone.
Festival Stage, Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays on CBC TV 8. Watch Festival Stage this Wednesday at 10:30 p.m. and on Friday at 10:03 p.m. Festival Stage is repeated on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 11 a.m. and Saturdays at 4:30 p.m.
And welcome back to Sports Night. 3 Barbadian youth teams have been named for the upcoming Cricket West Indies tour, which will take place in Barbados, Trinidad and Tobago, and St. Kitts and Nevis next month. The tournament will consist of 4 separate competitions: the under-15s, 17s, and 19s in the 50-over format, while the under-19s will also feature in the 3-day format. The under-15s placed second in last year's competition, and this year they will be competing in Barbados from July 24th to August 4th, with Renako from the Alexandra School as captain of the 14-member squad. The under-17s, which placed 4th last year, will be captained by Queen's College's Nico Reefer, with games slated for July the 8th to 19th in Trinidad and Tobago. The under-19 3-day squad will be captained by Siobhan Brooks of the Leicester School, while the 50-over squad will be skippered by Joshua Bishop of Alexandra, with games scheduled to run from July 21st to August 29th in St. Kitts and Nevis. Director of Cricket at the BCA, Stephen Leslie, stated that there will be a chance in this year's 3-day competition from last year's 3 rounds to 5.
Cricket West Indies would have resorted only to a limited overs competition and then just 3 rounds of 3-day cricket for the under-19 tournament. What they've done in 2017 is that a return to the 5 rounds of 3-day cricket where everybody has an opportunity to play each other on one occasion, and that permits you to be able to see who the true champion is. Just imagine, for example, that Guyana named champions on the 19 and they might not have played Jamaica or even Barbados. That for me and for most people in the Caribbean would not have been a true reflection, but they have returned to that format and we're happy that they've done that, and hopefully this year we'll be able to see who the true champions are.
Nail biting. That is the best way to describe the recent basketball match between Queen's College and Dighton Griffith as the Cooperators General School's basketball competition continued. The winner claimed the victory by just 1 point. For the first 2 quarters, the boys from Dighton Griffith in the black were dishing it to the boys from Queen's College on their home turf. Not only were they dominating possession of the ball, but they were maximizing gaining points. Kurt Lambert here with the basket and the foul, so free throws will be added. I won't say QC was totally outplayed. Nicholas Grimes, he too gets the basket and the foul. Godfrey Jula is at the top of the circle looking to create the play for the homeboys. He passes off to Darren Murray, who makes it a big one, 3 points. The very next ball will be the same result, but on the other end of the court, as Lambert gets some from the arc action too. And Dighton's defensive play was as strong as its offense. The steal and back down court it goes. Tyreek Glasgow gets the pass, and from the left side, he sinks it. QC still in the game. Nathan Moore with the steal. Could he take it all the way? Sure enough he did. An easy one-arm layup. But by halftime, control was in the hands of the Dighton boys. All hands on deck for the 22-19 lead at this stage. Third quarter action now, and it was in this period that the game was turned on its head. QC staged a fight back. They were not about to be steamrolled at home. Moore capitalizes on sloppy play and is on the break. He could have taken it all the way, but instead passes to July, who goes off the board. Dighton wasn't having it though. Akil McGarry puts up 2 of his 11 in the game. Keeping things gridlocked, Dighton was not about to lose advantage. Yup, that's McGarry again. And how about a 3 to make things interesting? That's Deshaun Hinkson. And with this basket, the third ended in a locked game at 30 all. So to the final quarter, Dighton on the break, Lambert driving to the basket. He had a game high 16 points. Dighton, knowing they had to up the thing, saw every man on their A game with the rebound and basket is Lambert. Okay coach, he did as you said. QC though had other intentions and were pulling out all the stops, more double guessing himself, but effectively so. The defense was tight, getting freed up meant it had to count Hinkson off the board. This was a play that wrote the script. Through the defense, the pass, put up once, not successful. The second time, when it mattered most, QC now up by 1. The clock is ticking away, Dighton must score to win. First time, denied. Second try, off the rim. It's up a third time, no success. The whistle goes. QC holds on for the 1-point win at 41-40. A car show and dexterity contest will be the major attractions when the Barbados Auto Racing League and BD1 movement stage Wheels and Heels Fully Broad Edition. The event is slated for tomorrow at the Lloyd Erskine Sandiford Centre starting at 3 p.m. Chairman of Barrel, Stefan Hines, says all the main car groups on the island will be displaying their machines.
It's going to be a dexterity face-off elimination contest. We also have a freestyle dexterity and drifting contest, and then within that we're going to have a burnout contest as well. In addition to the dexterity contest, we have a Nissan car show. This car show is going to be representative by the main car groups in Barbados. We have the Subaru car owners, the Honda Crave drivers, Mitsubishi Predators, Toyota Limers, and the B-Series Nation. We also have interest from the Suzuki Group and also the Nissan Tita Group.
Now the spectators will not be left out.
In terms of the crowd participation events, we have the Goodyear Tire Toss. Goodyear is also another title sponsor we have, in addition to Nissan. With that tire toss, that's more tailored to the gents, obviously. But you know, the females can come and try it as well too if they think they could, you know, if they're strong enough to do that. But with that Goodyear tire toss, Goodyear is going to throw in some cash prizes, some cash vouchers for that. So we have between $300 to $400 in cash vouchers to the winner of that. The other crowd participation event is going to be the Bank's Hottest Female Outfit Contest. Basically, that's open to anyone. As you say, it's a spectator participation event.
Two of the drivers entered for the event, Jason Jones and Andre Hampton, say their main aim is to please the patrons.
I do drive a R32 Nissan Skyline, RB20 DET engine, hydraulic handbrake, and that's basically it. That's how standard my car is set up. So coming out to do a very good job. The last time I was at the Lloyd Erskine Sandiford Centre, I was the person that won the dexterity contest.
Burnout.
So sorry, the burnout contest. I apologize. The burnout contest, where I left everything in a cloud. So I come in now to retain my title.
I would say it's one of the underdogs. I don't have that sort of power, but I just get a good punch. I guess I got a smaller engine, 4AG 16, you know, 245 carburetors. You know, I built it myself from scratch. It's by engine to get put up. Everything is do for myself.
And here's what's happening this weekend in sports. Series 6 of the Barbados Cricket Association Super Cup competition gets underway tomorrow from 9:30 a.m. In Zone A, there are matches at Friendship, Weymouth, Pine Basin and Dighton Griffith Secondary School. In Zone B, the 4 matches will be contested at the 3Ws Oval, Darrells Road, Waterford A and Queen's Park. In football, the round of 16 in the BFA Champions Cup is set for the BFA AstroTurf in Rodi. Kickstart will take on Barbados Soccer Academy at 4 and Notre Dame will battle St. Andrew Lions at 8 p.m. There is a double-header schedule in the Barbados Amateur Basketball Association's Premier League at the BCC Gym. Combined Schools Tridents will play Clapham Bulls at 6 and St. John Sonics versus Station Hill Cavaliers at 8. It will be finals night in the Touch of Class Women's Road Tennis Tournament that gets underway from 7:30 p.m. at the Dighton Power Roach facility in Bush Hall. There's action in the juniors, doubles, novice, B class and A class sections. On Sunday, you've got to be up bright and early at 5:30 a.m. Barbados time for the finals of the ICC Champions Trophy between India and Pakistan at the Oval. Live coverage is on MCTV's ESPN channel. Then later in the evening, it's a triple delight in the round of 16 in the BFA Champions Cup with games at 4, 6 and 8. Meanwhile, over at the BCC Gym, Lakers Sports Club will play Warriors at 4. Then Pinelands are up against St. John Sonics at 8, and that's in the BABA Premier League. Out of note is that the National Senior Games 5K is also scheduled for Sunday. It starts at 6 a.m. at the National Stadium. Registration gets going at 5:30 a.m. Now that's Sports Night for the week. Join us again Monday. I'm Anne-Marie Burke. Good night.
watching CBC TV 8 in beautiful Barbados.